Technology Instructor here at Easterseals of the Birmingham area. Today we're going to look at, in this video, how to be safe on a public network, how to kind of treat those networks, about safety precautions and what you should do, what you shouldn't do, but most of all, how to get the most out of that network and also be safe about it.
So let's start off with some simple do nots. Don't do any kind of banking or shopping while on a public network. Really, it's just best to avoid any sort of web use that involves inputting any sort of information that can be used against you, such as a credit card or debit cards, or even your social security card. When on a public network, you don't know who's also on that network watching for information that they can steal. So it's best just to not put that data out there during public Wi-Fi use. It should also go without saying to not go to any website with any not safe for work material. Anything pornographic or depicting gratuitous violence should definitely be avoided while on a public network. Just as much as you should be aware of those watching your actions in the digital world, you wouldn't want people around you in a McDonald's or a coffee shop giving you weird looks. Some other thoughts about using public Wi-Fi. Think about why you're using it, plan out what you need from it, and then disconnect from it. The shorter the time you are on that network, the less time you are potentially exposed to any sort of digital danger. Double check which network you are signing on to as well. Look around inside the restaurant or library you're in, and make sure that the network you are signing on is their network and not someone nearby faking a network. If it's possible, make sure to turn off Bluetooth or any other type of sharing capabilities you may not need on your device. If you have any kind of antivirus or firewall enabled, make sure it stays enabled during your time on it. If you have a VPN, make sure to use it. Now that we kind of have some ground rules, let's take a look at how to connect to a network on a couple different devices and what you might see depending on the network you connected to. So our first device is going to be my iPhone, and I'm here at McDonald's. And what you want to do is click on this Wi-Fi, and you should see in a second that it's going to pop up. Should have a couple other networks nearby possibly, but we want McDonald's free Wi-Fi. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. And it might take a second. Now we got the check mark. So we may, depending on the network, you might actually see something else pop up. So give it a second and make sure to connect to Wi-Fi again. And you won't actually see or know you're connected until that little symbol changes up top. From here, just give it another couple seconds and then hit done. And it should move on. And now we know for sure that we've connected and we can browse the internet. So now let's take a look at it from a laptop or a desktop perspective. Down here on the bottom, I've got the little globe I'm going to click on, and you can kind of see right now all these different networks. I don't know what they are. I do know Starbucks is correct. So I'm going to click on it and not click on connect automatically, but I'll go ahead and click connect. And we're going to wait a second. There we go. So now I know I'm connected, and from here I can pretty much browse the internet. But before we do that, let's talk about VPNs. A VPN, or a virtual private network, basically masks your IP address while you're on any other type of network. It kind of keeps you safe from people watching exactly your computer IP address. What I'm doing here is I'm just connecting to my own VPN that I pay for with private internet access. You notice too that I have censored out my IP address. I don't want everyone to see mine. But basically, it just adds another layer of protection so that if I want to go to different websites, people that can be watching your IP address are going to have a harder time finding me. Using that same VPN, I actually have multiple licensing for different devices. I have it on my phone. So I'm going to activate the app here. Blurred myself out again just so you guys can't see my IP address, but in the top right corner, you see how it's changing. That is actually just telling me that my iPhone is now connected to the VPN, and I have that added layer of protection. So I can do the same kind of web browsing, but otherwise it's on my phone. So we finished browsing the internet on a public Wi-Fi. Let's disconnect. We're going to start out here on my phone since I've got it in front of me. Go into settings again. We're going to go back to Wi-Fi. This time we're going to go and click on that I. And for Android users, you're just going to hold down your finger on that network. And then from there, you should see forget network or forget this network. And that's it for any kind of mobile device. It's a good idea to forget these networks because you wouldn't want to reconnect to the public networks unknowingly, and then you're back to being exposed to those risks we had talked about, and even worse, you might not realize you're back on that network. Here we are again on my desktop or my laptop, and I'm disconnecting from Starbucks, but this time I'm going to right click. I'm going to hit forget, and then from there I'm disconnected just as I was on my phone.
Well, hello again. Thank you for your time in watching this video, and hopefully you feel a little better about using public networks and how to be safe on them.